If you are sick of feeling stuck with your content creation or sick of it taking up all your time, this video is going to discuss how you can reuse your existing content to your own advantage, why reposting your content helps build your business, and how reposting gets you more engagement and reach, and how to incorporate reposting into your own content strategy. If you see things in this video that are helpful, please hit the like button so that more people can get to see it, and hit subscribe if you like what I have to say and want to see more of it, and hit the bell to be notified when new videos come out every Tuesday. Hey, I'm Karen. I previously had an online parenting business, but I got so fed up of spending all my time creating content for that parenting business, spending all my weekends making content that no one was seeing, sacrificing time with my children for content creation, that I set myself this mission one weekend to find a way of making content creation easier for myself. Took more than the weekend, but when I did it, I shared it in a coaching session, and other online business owners were in the DMs asking me to teach them how I did it. So I created the Efficient Content Creation System, a system I now teach people about how to reuse content by repurposing, recycling, and reposting their content using my ECCS formula. So I have learned a lot about reposting and reusing content, and I'm going to show you how you can use reposting in your own content creation strategy to save yourself more time and energy on your content creation. When you put out a piece of content, who do you think gets to see it? All of your audience? What about 7 to 10% of your audience? Or those who are engaging with your content? Most business owners that I meet who are not getting the reach they want think that their content isn't being seen by their clients because Instagram is restricting content to 7 to 10% of the subscribers to their feed. And this is a number that's been thrown around for quite a while. But when you see posts like this, it's easy to believe. But does everyone really get their post shown to just 7 to 10% of their audience only? If so, is it really worth putting out image content or single posts? And if they're being shown to 7 to 10%, is there a different platform that could get you more reach? Well, firstly, let's see what Instagram has to say. In 2019, this post denying these restrictions came out on Instagram's Twitter feed. And this reported that your content is simply shown to the people who they think want to see it most. Now, there's some argument around this, and if you have a look around online, you'll see people saying that that's rubbish, I suppose is a polite way to put it. So what Instagram are saying is that if people scroll for long enough, they would see all of your posts. So the more your audience engage with your content, the higher in your feed your content's going to appear, which would mean more views and hopefully more engagement. But when your audience are not engaging with your content, it's not getting seen by as many people. And as we start scrolling, we get sucked into this black hole, don't we? I mean, for me, I rarely go through my entire feed without clicking on something because it catches your eye and get interested. So the stuff at the top's getting those clicks and that interest, and then the stuff further down, So what can you do to get your content seen by more people? Well, you reuse your content. Just republish it. And let me clarify, I do not mean just post one post over and over and over again. And I don't even mean like have 5 posts a week that you just put on repeat. And I've seen that put down as a strategy elsewhere, but you don't want to do that. When you make your content evergreen, and if you're not sure what I mean by that, go check out this video on evergreen content that looks like this. And I'll just pop a card up top somewhere as well that you can come back to at the end of the video. When you make your content evergreen, you can keep that content in a place where you can re-access it and then republish it at a later date. Your clients are still going to get value from it, because most will not have seen it unless you have the most super engaged audience ever. When you know your content is shown to your audience, but in order of interest, your goal becomes less about making content and putting anything out there. And it becomes focused on making content that your clients will engage with and interact with in order for your content to be showing up more regularly in their feeds. But you also learn that reusing your content is not a bad thing because you know not everyone's going to have seen them first time round. Let me know in the comments if any of this is new to you, or drop a 7% in the comments if you were a 7 to 10% believer. When I talk about reusing content, I talk about 3 ways of reusing content. So reposting, using that same post again without alteration, repurposing, using smaller parts of one larger content piece, and recycling, using one content piece to transform into alternative formats. And in my opinion, they all have their place in a content strategy, but the focus today is reposting previously posted content. And I know you may be thinking, but isn't that going to just bore your audience? But believing your audience is bored by that reposted content could be costing you a lot of time and money. And I get it. All these people are telling you need to be new and original. So we just go along with it. But this attitude is making you into a time poor entrepreneur. And do you think that the entrepreneurs using their time for leads and sales instead of producing new daily content are saying, well, I really wish I'd spent more time making content? No. If your audience sees a post for a second time in 2 months, so you posted it last month and then you've used it again this month, do you really think that they will see it or notice that they've seen it before? Especially with what we've just discussed about how the Instagram feed actually works. And if they have seen it before and you've reposted, is it that dull that they're not going to take something from it? I'm hoping you're producing valuable content. If your content educates, inspires and informs, are they really going to be angry about seeing the same post twice to unsubscribe? Personally, I very much doubt it. And if they do, they are obviously not your people. So what is not posting your content costing you? Likes, shares, followers, maybe leads. What about time? Oh my God. So much time creating content. Look at hashtag Throwback Thursday. It's literally a stream full of photos people have reposted. These people don't think their old posts are boring to their existing audience. So reposting isn't a new thing, and it's definitely not a bad thing if 5 million posts have been made under this hashtag. And what is stopping you from using a hashtag like this in order to do your reposting if it makes you feel better about it? Now, make sure your hashtags are a relevant size for your account. I haven't actually done a video on hashtags to direct you to. If that's something you want to see, write hashtags in the comments below and I'll add it to the list of to-do videos that I'm making for you. Isn't it more important to reclaim some of your time from content creation and start reposting some of that amazing content that you've worked so hard to produce that you know is valuable to your audience? When you repost your content, you will see how much time you save not producing new content for every single day. And if at the moment you are producing 5 new posts a week, just replacing one of those for hashtag Throwback Thursday is saving you 1/5 of your content creation time. And with that time, you can spend it on getting more leads, more sales, and income generating activity into your business. If you're still not sold on this, later on in the video, in the recap section, I talk about how you can mention it in the caption. So hang fire for the end there if you need that extra prompt. When you believe your audience is bored by reposted content, you're going to resist reposting your own content. And you're going to spend this unnecessary time creating more content. But when you adopt a reposting strategy, you save time and your clients get to benefit from these great valuable posts you've already made. And this reposting doesn't even have to be done by you. People who use this reposting philosophy often keep a content bank, like a spreadsheet or a board on ClickUp, Asana or Trello to keep that content organised into sections. And if that works for you, then great, use that. It's an easy way to set up, and ClickUp is even free to use. So I don't want to hear any excuses about why you can't do this for yourself. But you don't even have to do that. When you keep your own content bank, you have to schedule your reposting of that content, right? And this still takes up more of your time. But how would you feel if you knew that hashtag Thursday Throwback post was covered and would go out automatically every single week? I know, it sounds incredible, right? So many scheduling companies like Reposting and SmarterQueue are using these queuing systems that are really, really helpful. So you can create your content bank as you post. So you post through one of these scheduling systems and then you tick a box to say what queue you want it added to once it's been posted, and then it'll automatically repost content from that library on that day and at the time you request. You can even have multiple libraries for different themes of content that you post about. You can even use them as a backup for something when, life happens, and it happens to all of us, right? And if you forget to post that day or schedule a post, one will just go out automatically for you. Now, there are pros and cons to everything. And personally, at the moment, I've previously used this kind of software, but I'm not using it at the moment. So this kind of software costs money. So if you don't have the funds for that, go with a ClickUp setup or with a Google Sheets if you just want to keep it so that you can track it. All that matters is you're building that content bank and you have easy access to it. Otherwise, when you come to find the content to repost, you're going to struggle to find what it is you actually were looking for. I'll create a content bank for reposting with you so you can see how I would do it if I was just doing it on a spreadsheet or on ClickUp.
I've just opened a spreadsheet here. All I'm going to do is put in like a title, caption, theme, and then the link. So the reason why I want these 4 things on there is because it's important for me to understand what I'm trying to find. The captions generally always go with the content anyway, but I've got no way of storing that. But on my Google Drive, I can just link to the link here. So then I would just type in what the caption is that I've taken off of the post. So if you've posted it already, you can just copy that. You can put a title in here. I normally have like a hook or a title that I use for my post, so I would put that in there. The theme, so you might want to theme your post. So if you've got on a Monday, you normally post stuff about tractors, and then on the Tuesday you normally post stuff that's about the cows that you look after. And then on the Wednesday, you normally post about feeding. Then you'll know then that if this theme is feeding for this post, that would be a good post to put out on that particular day. If it's a tractor post, then actually it'd be a better post to put out on that other day. So these were my posts from a YouTube video that I've done. And I would just come in, click get link, and then just copy that link and post it so that I can easily track back to it if I want to post it again. And I would have one of these spreadsheets for each of the types of posts that I'm doing. So I'd have a spreadsheet for posts, I'd have one for carousels, I'd have one for stories, so that anything that I do want to repost in the future, I'm able to do so. So I'm just going to copy that link, and then I'm going to go back into my spreadsheet, and then I'm just going to paste it into there so that I've got a clickable link then, so that would take me straight to it, or that my VA could access and click through to if they were publishing on my behalf. And then that's a clickable link then that can be used to pull it off in the future. You could also put like a last posting date if you're planning to reuse these a couple of times and you want to make sure that the gap between them stays okay. Then you can put like a last posting date in here as well. But at the end of the day, this is for you. So it's what works and what gives you a good system that you can use for your content.
So if you want to incorporate reposting into your content strategy, here's a reminder of the 3 things you need to make sure to include. Firstly, make sure to repost engaging content. Don't be scared by this theory that 7 to 10% of people see your content. You'll be seen by more of your audience if they engage with your content. So make your content engaging. Don't be scared of reposting if it makes you feel better. Use throwback hashtags or bring it to their attention in the caption that it's a repost. If you don't want to seem like you're reposting and hiding it, then just tell your audience why you're reposting it. So for example, you might say, this post got so much attention last time I posted it and spoke to so many people last time. I thought some of my new followers may need to see this today too. Lastly, create your own content library or use a content scheduler that queues your content to be reposted for you. If you're ready to take the next step and want more help with quickly creating multi-platform splittable content that converts, then head to karenantrobus.com/miniseries to register for my next free live training where I help you create your own content strategy. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, hit subscribe for more content about getting more leads, sales and authority and time from your social media content creation, and click the bell to be alerted about new videos every single Tuesday. Check out these other videos for more on being efficient in your content creation.